It actually is Rebber, the stag which so far has only been a dream for Karsten. Now the hunters must be ready, because the stag can get up at any moment. As the hunters were prevented from watching the stag's reaction to the shot, but still can hear that he is lying on the spot, they hurry up and get ready for a backup shot if needed. As the stag is still kicking a little, Karsten does the only proper thing, puts another bullet into the stag to finish him off. The stag is watching the hunters, but its vital parts are covered by foliage. Karsten can do nothing but wait and be ready to shoot, because if a chance arises, it will probably not be long. He now has to stake everything on one throw. He needs an opening between the branches in order to shoot. Now, when the excitement finally is over, the reaction comes.
That's not enough excitement for one day. This. Fuck, that was a night. What it's been. Thank you.
Holy shit.
Excited, huh?
Very excited. That was close. Very close. It's a very, very, very big stag.
Thank you. Boy. What a trophy. So thick.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very, very much. The third time, last day.
Yeah, last second.
Yeah, last second, yes.
But we could smell him, you know?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Incredible beautiful. And so thick. Look up here. No, nothing is broken. Everything is as it's supposed to be. So nice. Ja, Vanatoare 3 gange nu, og det er jo et fantastisk område hernede. Der er jo simpelthen så mange kronhjort, men der er ikke ret mange i den her kaliber, så det er 3. gang, vi er hernede nu, og 2 gange sidste år, og nu så første gang i år, og det er så den sidste dag, vi har jaget på den hele ugen. Og ja, vi havde en fantastisk spændende jagt, altså helt vildt fyrer sig op nede fra vejen af. Vi ved, at han skal være i området, fordi vi kan lugte ham, og så kommer vi op, og pludselig ser vi, at han ligger inde i de her buske her 20 meter. Så begynder hjertet altså for alvor at slå. Og da han så rejser sig op, så har jeg en chance, og det er at skyde ham på halsen, fordi han har set os der, og han giver lige sådan 2 lyde, og så kunne man forestille sig, at han lige ville vende om på en tallerken og så være væk. Men det nåede han altså heldigvis ikke, så han gik ned i knaldet. Og det her, det er jo et trofæ, som man kun skyder 1 gang i sit liv. Så jeg er meget taknemmelig for at have lov til at kunne komme herned. Meget taknemmelig. I'm very grateful to you. I'm happy now that it's over, that we can relax, have a drink and celebrate. So, thank you. That's it.
Well done. Vanatoare.
Thank you.
Carsten's stag is quite extraordinary, even by Berleburg standards, and the hunt was equivalent to the unique trophy. This was stag hunting of the very best quality you can experience, and an experience which only very few hunters ever will live to have just once. Naturally, such an outstanding hunt and such an outstanding trophy must be photographed lots of times for the album back home.
Ja, okay. Irgendwann. Ja.
This is a live stag, you know?
Yes, I know.
I think in Germany you will never shoot a bigger stag
No.
than this one. And it was so close.
So close. It's incredible, really. It was really.
But I think that was my best stalk.
Yes, it was so exciting.
All along, Prince Gustaf and Prince Richard arrived to congratulate Carsten with his outstanding stag, to take a close look at the antlers, and to hear the thrilling story of the hunt.
Tak for det.
The top manager of Berleburg, Johannes Ruhl, comes over to congratulate Carsten too. Prince Richard, who has seen a lot when it comes to red deer, is quite impressed by their beautiful trophy. Both beams and tines are amazing and will inevitably nourish the never-ending discussions among hunters on trophies, hunting, and game management. Carsten's stag has been monitored over the years at Berleburg, and the shed antlers have been carefully found and picked up so that they can be arranged next to the dead monarch of the forest in the traditional way. Naturally, the mandatory horn signals are played over the stag, showing the last respect. The tunes inspire the audience to ponder a bit over life, hunting, and death in this short break. Carsten's thoughts naturally go back to the many hours in the field and the thrilling hunt, which was to become the end of this magnificent stag's life.
Dankeschön. Tillykke. Tak.
In addition, there is a special story connected to this stag which we shall return to shortly. Patrick knows that the darling is moving around in a certain area, and accordingly he and Prince Gustaf decide to stalk up to a high seat nearby the place where the stag was spotted last and try to wait for him. In addition, they can sit comfortably and watch other animals which might appear in the glade.
Was kommt denn da? Da kommen 2 Kälber.
Ja. Ja, hochflüchtig.
Und dann hochflüchtig.
Lang.
Was passiert denn jetzt? Wir laufen ja voll in uns rein.
Ja.
Sag mal, das kann doch nicht wahr sein.
Nee.
Hier, an uns vorbei. Gibt's doch gar nicht.
Als wenn was dahinter gewesen wäre.
Nicht, dass da uns da einer reingegangen ist.
Ja.
Das ist doch nicht normal.
Nee. Das ist auch nicht normales Spielen.
Das ist überhaupt nicht normal.
Sind da schräg wieder zurück. Mal gucken, ob sie vielleicht doch gleich wieder oben rauskommen. Verrückt. Wir sind ja 300 Meter lang durch die Wiese hochflüchtig.
Das habe ich noch nie erlebt.
Nee. Und da hinten Welle 2 Misch. Hinter der Ecke.
Aber der knurrt ja auch nur.
Ja.
Hier knurrt jetzt ein Hirsch.
Ganz eben. Ganz
Ja,
eben.
da passiert ja doch noch was heute.
80.
80 Meter.
80 Meter, ja.
Genau.
A lot of patience is a necessary qualification for any stag hunter.
Da kommt jetzt gar nicht.
But their patience is rewarded. After a while, Prince Gustaf spots a hind and some calves which are on their way out into the glade. The question is if the stag is with them. With this number of hinds in the herd, it is unthinkable that there is no stag with them. So just to be on the safe side, Prince Gustaf gets ready to shoot if the stag turns out to be my darling. And as expected, a stag arrives, and it is the darling, who stops and watches for a long time as the experienced and cunning old stag he is, before stepping out into the open, although the hinds have long ago started feeding out there. The stag has all his attention concentrated upon the high seat, and the hunters must be absolutely still until the stag is convinced that the coast is clear. Fortunately, the stag's attention is distracted by the roars from some of his rivals nearby, and he cannot let such a challenge pass unnoticed. Now, Prince Gustaf gets a chance.
Okay. Hat eine gute Kugel. Der kippt um. Super.
As a true hunter he is, Prince Gustaf cannot help letting a happy smile lighten up his face. And who will blame even a prince being happy for shooting such a magnificent stag with just one shot?
Leutnants Dank.
Licht. Excellent.
The The fact that the stag ran downhill and not back into the forest is an indication of a good bullet, but even though the hunters can see the stag lying in the glade, they play it safe and wait a while before going down to him. In slow motion, it's evident that the bull hits the stag in the lungs and how far down the back of the animal the antlers reach, while he makes his last spurt until the remaining oxygen of his brain is spent and the death occurs. Yet another giant of the forest has fallen here in the core of Balaberg's deer area. How magnificent a trophy this really is apparently only dawns to the prince as he's standing in front of the stag. And who can blame him for having to collect himself a little bit before he tells the story behind this fantastic result of Balaberg's unique deer management. The experience and the size of the trophy have taken the wind out of even Prince Gustaf.
Denne hjort kender vi siden nogle år, og den bliver kaldt for libling. På grund af, at det er min fars favorit. På grund af, at den minder meget om den hjort, han skød fra, hvad bliver det nu, 4 år siden, 5 år siden. Og 5 år siden. Og den fik jeg så lov til at skyde til min 40-års fødselsdag. Og det er et stor hjort, og med længden kunne man ikke se sådan, hvor tyk han er, men han er fandme blevet tyk og stor. Og vi tror, men det må vi jo så måle op en gang. Men han har mindst 1,20 meter, hvis ikke 1,30 meter stanglængde.